Let's get it. Sheesh. I am excited. I'm excited. Bunch of you on the call. Let me see here. What is going on, family? Sheesh. I'm excited. Who's ready? Who's ready to make this money? We about to have a training session, but look at Adrian. He said, let's go. Let's go. Bring it to me. Yo, for my new people, just watch. We're gonna have a nice training session. Take as many notes as you can. For my already seasoned, already know the deal. If there's any good setups at 7, we're gonna take them, right? If there's any good setups at 7, we're gonna take them, right? So look, we're gonna get right into this, guys. We're gonna get right into exactly how we snipe the market every single Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, right? The strategy was created by Matty Pips. Right, basically Matty Pips, if you don't know, guys, Matty Pips was trained by Nez, right? Nez Vasquez. A lot of you probably have been on his sessions and probably like, whoa, that's a very fast pace, very advanced. And that individual, Nez, is the one that created HFX, right? The one that trained Millie, trained, all these other individuals, Evan, Matty. And Matty got to the point where he got Nez's strategies and created his own sauce. And that he named Cash Trap, right, guys? And that is exactly what we're going to go over, guys. We're going to go over Cash Trap. I'm going to show you guys exactly what I look for, exactly how we get in the market, and we're going to do it multiple times, right? I'm going to first put up the blueprint, all the confirmations, get a nice screenshot of that, right? I myself am also going to get a nice screenshot of that. And then we're going to use that same screenshot, right? We're going to use those same confirmations to get into the market. All right, family, let's go. I'm not going to waste too much of your time. We're going to get right into this, family. I'm excited. I'm excited. Screen. And give me 1 second, family. How's everybody feeling? Who is ready? Who is ready? Drop some 777s in the chat if you are ready. If you are ready to really learn this strategy, drop some 777s in the chat. If you're ready to learn this strategy and start to utilize this on your own time. Give me 1 second here, guys. Let me reclaim this host. Here we go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Sheesh. Let me share my screen here before. All right, we're good to go. We're good to go. We're going to mute anyone. We're going to make sure mute upon, allow participants to unmute. No. Good to go. All right, family, good to go. Let's get right into this sauce, and then we're gonna get any of these entries. Any of these good potential entries, guys, we're gonna take them because we gotta snipe them. Mention you in their story. What up, what up, what up? All right. Here we go. All right, family, let's get into this. Let's get into this. Let's go up to the daily just so that I don't get this reset on me. Let's go up to the daily so I don't get this reset on me. And let's look at this. Let's look at this. Let's look at first how to access this. Let's look at first. Drop some 1-1s in the chat if you already know. Or how about drop some 1-1s in the chat if you do not know what IM.center is. Drop a 1 in the chat if you do not know what im.center is. 1's in the chat if you do not know what im.center is. Okay, awesome. Everybody knows what's up. Okay, let's bet. Cool. So one person here. im.center is going to be your main hub, and you're going to access 3 key components. You're going to access the academies, right here where it says academies. You scroll down to HFX, you click Spanish or English, and all you do is click it and you'll be able to enroll, right? You'll be able to click here and enroll into, start into the HFX Academy. And you're gonna learn the basics to intermediate and get you from profitable, from unknowledgeable, to profitable within the market, right? Everything that I learned was within the academy. So that's the academy. That's the first key component. The second key component is Go Live, right? Go Live is going to be a platform where you're able to go live with the educators, right? You're able to trade live with the educators, and it breaks down into a few banners. You have the top 5 weekly featured, right? Top 5 weekly featured sessions. So these are the educators that are obviously they're getting the most hits. They must be the ones that are really bringing profits to the market, right? To everyone, right? So these are the top 5 that you want to click on, right? Boom, get into their sessions. Here, HFX libraries, where you're going to be able to see your entire schedule. All right, guys, this is the entire schedule, right? No matter if you work in the daytime, nighttime, middle, it doesn't matter, afternoon, it doesn't matter. You have here for everyone, right? You have the ability to tune in, tap in to these educators so that you're able to learn and earn, right? That's Go Live. You're going to be able to learn and earn. And again, you're going to go to Go Live through here. Through the im.center, you click on Go Live, scroll down to HFX, click HFX, and you'll have access to that, that schedule. And you'll be able to just click on their picture. Let's say it's, it's 7 p.m., click on Lewis, and you're good to go. If Lewis is live, you'll be able to, it'll just be live, or you can click play, right? But it won't say watch again, right? If it's not live. That's for Go Live, right? That's the second component. The third key component to this im.center is your strategies, right? That's where you're going to access strategies like Cash Trap, right? You're going to scroll down, click HFX, whatever you have is going to be colored, and whatever you don't have is going to be in black and white. What your goal is to become profitable in one of these areas, right? Whether it's HFX, Forex, DCX, become profitable in one of these areas and then branch out to other areas, right? How about you get to the point where you run it up on your HFX account and then you could withdraw and put it into a Forex account. Maybe you withdraw and put it into starting up the funds of an online business, right? So use one platform to be able to profit and go to the other platforms, right? So come down, click HFX, you'll have access to these strategies. If you're not an elite member, you'll have access to the Liberty. If you are an elite member, pretty sure you have access to all of these. I'm going to click on Hourglass, right? That's my favorite strategy of all time. I mean, I feel like the Liberty, for those of you that have not used the Liberty, I feel like Hourglass is the simple scalper. I feel like it's the simple scalper, right? So we have the highs and lows, all this good stuff. It's the simple scalper, but I could also use it like a web slinger. For those of you that don't know, just a trending market. I could also use it for a trending market. And we're going to show you exactly how. I love Hourglass, and we're going to get right into it. See how simple this is. So just to break down the actual platform. So boom, you're on Hourglass. You went to im.center. You clicked on strategies. You scrolled down, clicked HFX, Hourglass, and now you're open on the platform. right? It loads up and it starts off already. If you click here on strategies, it starts off already on cash trap. So you don't have to click cash trap. It's already preloaded because it's one of the top strategies within Hourglass. So this is the platform, and there's just some key things to know, right? Here on the side are the clickable pairs that you can go through. Each of these little boxes, right, is giving you a signal. Each of these little boxes is giving you a trade idea. Right now it's telling you to sell, right? Sell at 544. So right now you would go into your broker, USDJPY, and you would sell at 544. These trades are always 3 minutes. So you would just sell 3 minutes, right? That's what these little boxes tell you. That's what they're doing. They're giving you trade setups. Now we don't just take, I personally don't just take the box, right? You can, I believe with all the confirmations, it's about 85% winning ratio, right? So you can, but we wait for the best setups. There's a few things that we look at. So these here are scrollable, right? Scrollable as well as clickable. You can click through this, right? You can click all these pairs. Now, the reason you'll see two of the same ones is because you'll see the 5-minute candle before and you'll see the one now. The reason being, if you have two of the same setups given the same time, like now you have a buy, but then you have a sell, kind of doesn't give you, right, like too much of a good confirmation that is actually buying. But if you had two buys, right, then you're like, oh, okay, it's 2 times it gave me the buy signal. So that's why the creators have put and the programmers have put for us to get 2 signals per currency pair. All right, so I only clicked through one because I could already see, you know, what I'm looking through. So like I said, these are clickable, scrollable. If you don't see the pair that you want, just come up here simply to the top where it says FXCM, not down here to the bottom, not down here to the bottom where the chart is. You want to come to where it says FXCM, and you could just put whatever you want, you know, Euro CAD, and just click enter, right? Whatever pair you want, GBP, JPY, click enter, right? That is, what is a what? Sammy 954, what is a? So that is about it for the platform and how to use it, right? This is basically clickable, scrollable. Any pairs that you want to go to are right here if they don't pop up on the you know, feed of trades here to the right. And and you could change your time frame on the chart right here where it says 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minute, right? You could change the time frame on the chart. So that's key right there too, to zoom in and snipe the trade, right? That's key. When is it a good time to put an entry within the time limit? Yeah, we're going to go over that. We're going to go over that. So I'm just breaking down, right? We're going to go over that, Sammy. Don't worry. I'm just breaking down everything to make sure that you know how to use this platform outside of this call when we're all about to make money. I want to make sure you know, right? Simple things like this is scrollable, right? Clickable. How do you change the pairs if you don't see them? Time frame right here, right? How do you make it smaller and wider right here? I remember when I first got on these calls, guys, I used to see Manny Quinones make the chart wider and smaller. I used to be like, how is he doing that? Guys, I'm talking about no knowledge of trading. So right here, up and down, right? Just click it and you could drag it up and down, as well as down here, this bottom one. You can click this sideways, right? Sideways and back and forth. All right. So that's how you use it. Basic stuff, right? That's how you use it. Now the confirmations, let's get into these confirmations. Let's get into where and when we're going to actually get on a trade, right? Let's get into where and when we're going to actually get on a trade. Let's see if the 4 hour is not too. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, it keeps doing that to me. Let's try the 1 hour. All right. So we're going to break this down, guys. We're going to break this down. All right, let me save this. UJ training. Boom. So we save that, because if not, it just deletes and we're in the same thing back to back. All right, guys. So boom, we got the confirmations. First, if you double click, just a heads up too, right? If you double click this chart here, you'll only see that chart. If you double click here, you'll only see that, right? If you double click here, you'll only see that. Double click again, it gets out. That's just another little way of using the chart too, right? So I'm going to double click here and only see this chart up here to the top. These confirmations down here, this one, right? This confirmation, I know it looks all the same, but these are separate boxes. And this confirmation, we're going to go over after. All right. So these three, we're going to go over last, and we're going to go over first on what's going on here in this chart. All right. We're going to go over first on what's going on here in this chart. So the first confirmation, right, is if the candles are near these three bands. The candles are near these three bands, right? These three bands act as resistance, right? These three red bands act like a resistance. Okay, guys, it will keep the market down. Now, as you can see, these red bands obviously did not keep the market down. Now, the reason being, it crossed this red line and we instantly would have known it's changing trend, right? It's going up. Now, we're going to get into that. But first, I just want you to understand the red bands is where we're looking to sell. Okay, the red bands is where we're looking to sell. We're not just going to click red. We're not just going to click sell when it's at the red band. We're going to match them with other confirmations. We need to have the buy confirmations all lined up or the sell confirmations all lined up. Okay, not just one or two. Everything needs to line up for a sell and everything needs to line up for a buy. Okay, so everything's going to be color coded. So here, I like to call this the do not trade zone, which would be black. I call this the do not trade zone, typically because, as you can see, let's say we would have looked at a support here to buy off and it just broke it, right? So we would have bought here 3 minutes, let's say. This was a 5-minute candle, let's say, and completely dropped, or a 1-minute candle, right? 1, 2, 3, and it just completely dropped. I would have bought there because that was in the middle band and I'm looking for a support, but it will tend to break. So I call the middle band a do not trade zone. Okay. It is a support and resistance depending. It is a support and resistance depending where the candles are, right? So if the candles are over this middle band, is holding price above it, right? It's a support. But if it's under these middle bands, it's holding price under, right? It's holding price down and it's a resistance, right? But the reason I don't really like to take trades off the middle bands is that it can break, right? There's a possibility that it can break, and I rather trend trade and get the lows and the highs of the market. So we have our red band, which is resistance. We have our middle band, which is a support and resistance, but I call it the do not trade zone, right? We have the blue bands. We could call them teal, whatever you guys want to call them. I'll do custom color. See if I could get a, I think that's about the same. Oh, perfect. So you have the blue bands, right? We could call it teal, I guess, for people are going crazy back there behind the screens. It's not blue. We have the teal bands that also, they act like a support. Okay. And then you have this thick red line, this thick red line. This thick red line this thick red line is going to be the same as this middle band. If the candles, if the candles are above that red line, you're looking for buys, right? Because it's above. If the candles are below, you're looking for the sells because it is a downtrend. All right, guys. So remember that. Candles under the red line, you're looking to sell. Candles over the red line, you're looking to buy. Okay. Support if candles above. All right. So we understand that, right? Do we understand what's going on here? We're looking at the red bands as resistance, as potential sell areas. We're looking at the blue bands for potential buy areas. Middle bands, we're going to ignore these moves because we call them the do not trade zone. And the thick red line is just going to give us an indication of where the market is going. If the thick red line is over the candles, we're going to be looking for the sells, sell confirmations, right? We're going to look at the sell confirmations. If the candles are above, we're going to look for the buy confirmations. All right, guys. So now we're going to break down. We're going to break down these here. All right, we're going to break down these here. And these here all are the same. These here are all the same. All the same. This area up here over this green line. See this green line? And you see this red line? Okay. You see this here actually. Let me do this over. out. Let me press save. Do this. Just give me a second, guys. It all makes sense. It'll all make sense. It'll all make sense. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Do not take USDJPY for a buy. If anyone is on the session right now and you're like, he said, seasoned traders, take the setup. That is on the hour. That is on the hour. So do not take that. Do not take that. Just let it ride. Just let it rock. Relax. We're not looking yet. All right. So let me do this first. Here we go. Here we go. Just about done. We got one more thing here to put here in the middle. This is how I see it in my head. This is how, to me, it makes sense. This is how I wish someone would have explained it to me in the beginning. Millie Mills basically does explain it like this, though. She doesn't draw this, but she definitely explains it really, really simple. That's where I learned it from. Shout out Millie Mills, yo. If you ate today on her, how was the market today for y'all? It's been a little, I've been on a few of our educator sessions and it's a little choppy. Was a little choppy. Because we just have a lot of news. Did anybody notice yesterday? Let me press save before this goes away. All right, guys, give me 1 second. We are almost done here. We are almost done here. Sell zone. Some of you are already like, boom, sell zone, buy zone. You already know the vibes. You already know the vibes. What is this here? Can somebody type in the chat? What is this area here? What is this area here? What is this area here? The do not. The what? The who? I can't hear you. Here we go. Almost done, almost done. This hour thing really worked out well. Sell zone. We've been doing this for a little while. And we haven't quite gotten this right. Every time we're doing this training, it always deletes our information. Do not trade zone. In black. Let me press save again. Buy zone. Let me put sell. What? Do not zone. Do not trade zone. It's the do not zone. Just don't do it. Just do not, don't even think about it. And then we have our buy zone, our last buy zone. Boom. And I promise you, take a picture of this right now before, you know, let's say it does delete. Take a picture because this right here, let me take a picture of this. Take a picture of this. All right. All right, family, let's go. Sheesh, we got exactly what I've been, we've been doing this for a few weeks and it continued to delete on us. So, right, sell zone, right? We got buy zone. We got sell zone. We have buy zone. And the only way that this all lines up, accurately to snipe these entries is if you trade and you make sure that the red line, this thick red line, right? This thick red line, you make sure that if you're buying, it's under the candles, and if you're selling, it's over the candles. So let's get into this. All right, let's get into this. Let me screenshot. What just happened here? Let me screenshot that one more time. Boom. Sheesh. Okay, family. So look, this is what's going on here. See, right now, can someone tell me in the chat right now, what is the position that we want to take right now on USDJPY? Don't worry about it being on the hour chart. Just if we were sniping right now, what is it that we're looking at right now? Everything lines up right now for this. Abai, Mindy, boom, Lisette, Noel. Okay, I'll answer some questions in the... Good. Bye. Good. So really quickly, David, right here, you double click that. You see this area right here, guys? If it's white on you, double click that. Come over here to this first one, stochastics, the actual line inside. Go ahead and click black and click OK. Go ahead and click black and click OK. All right, family. So we're looking for a buy because everything lines up. So at the very first glance, what you want to do is you want to make sure that if you're buying, this red line is over, which it is, right? It is. What's our second confirmation? These lines are under the blue. So we got buy zone, buy zone here with the 3 blue lines, and it's under the red line, right? So buy zone here with the 3 blue lines, and it's at the red line, which is a what? What is the red line when it's above the candles? Drop it in the chat. What is the red line when it's above the candles? It says it right here. Thick red line is if the candles are above, right? Is a support. So we're looking to buy. Look how it actually, right, actually hasn't made it there. But that, if it was on the 5 minute, let's say it's out obviously on the hour, but if it was on the 5 minute and the red line is near the candles, you can bet that there's a high chance that that's going to make it down to that red line, right? You can bet there's a high chance that this is going to make it all the way down and bounce off that red line, right? So, and these same confirmations are the same. So I'm going to take it over here, right? I know that I'm not going to see it anymore, but I want you guys to see the same setup. Let me do this here vertically, because I remember when Millie did this, it absolutely blew my mind. So what's going on? Look how this lines up here, lines up here, lines up here, right? Sorry, guys. It just keeps resetting on me. But it keeps resetting on me, but it doesn't take away our things. So, okay, so it keeps doing that. I'll move that over here, over here, over here. Okay, so boom, when the candles came down, what did we have? We had the red candle, the red line under. We had this. See, some of you are probably saying, look, but it was here. The red candle, red line hit the blue right here, right? It hit the blue right here. But where was the other confirmations? All the confirmations. It wasn't even there. Look where this candle is. Look how it was still coming above. When it finally came under, right? When it finally came under, you'd say it was right about here, right? This price right here, right? Three candle rule, 2 to 3 rollovers, right? You would have seen this baby come up just like it did right here. So now let's look at this in action here, because this is obviously not, it's the hour, so it's not moving for us. Got 18 minutes on that candle. So let's look at it right here, guys. Right? Let's look at this move. You already know the confirmations. Now let's look for them. Look right here. Let's say you got into the market, ignore all this here. Ignore all this here. Ignore all that. You got into the market. You just got on UJ. You're right here. You're right here. The broker, you just opened up the strategy. You're right. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back. You're right here. Right? You just opened up the strategy. So what are you guys doing when you open up the strategy? You're on UJ. You see the candles here towards the bottom of the blue. Red line is above. What are you doing? Drop it in the chat. What are you doing? What is it that you're doing when you get here? You just pull up the strategy. You got the red line over the candles. Prices down towards the blue. What are you doing? Sell, right? Now, that's what we want to do. Good answer, guys. I know that you guys, now you know red candle is above. We're looking for the sell. But what we're going to do is we're going to be patient, right? We're going to be patient because the setup's not there. The setup is not there. We can buy that reversal, but if we want to wait, we want to wait for this to come up. Wait for this to come up. Since we're looking to sell, wait for this to come up. When this hits up here, look at what happens. We have the sell signal. This peaks over. This doesn't really peak, but it does hit just over it. And what happens? It's on a downtrend. That's enough confirmations to go ahead and take a sell position right up here near these red lines. Now, I'll show you guys how to zoom in, all that good stuff, but this is going to go away once we get into that. So that's what I want you guys to understand, is to find the best setups. The best setups. Go through all the setups first. If there's no setup, I mean, if you're not live trading with 100 people, you shouldn't even be worried, right? Like, we catch reversals at times because there's a potential for a setup, but it's not the best setup. If I'm sitting home alone in front of a computer, I'd rather wait 15, 20 minutes for the good setup, right? For the great trade, not just the good trade. So if I'm here, I'm going to wait let's say I'm right here. I'm going to wait 5, 10, 15 minutes. Let's say it's 5 minute, 5-minute time frame. I'm going to wait right here. I just got in the market, just opened the strategy. So I'm going to wait 5, 10, 15. Boom, it hit up here. I zoomed in and I got the sell because the red was above. It was near these bands. We had the S. This one peaked, right? That's 4 confirmations. You want 4 confirmations or more. This one didn't necessarily peak, right? Didn't necessarily peak. It continues to do that. Sorry, guys, that's not me. So it didn't necessarily, it didn't necessarily peak, but you want 4 confirmations or more, right? So now let's look at the buy, or we could look at another sell as well, right here. So you just got in the market. You just got in the market. You just got in the market. You're right here. You're right here. What are you guys doing? Waiting for that to come up. And once it comes up, look at what happened, right? Look at what happened. We have a slight pullback, but that's not the confirmations that we had. We had one, it was up here towards the red. Yes, it was under, right? But these didn't necessarily peak as high. They did. Both of them did. But that wasn't a really, really good setup in the sense of when they go in there and peak in there and actually go in is a better setup, right? But that had the confirmations right here. Boom. Right here. Let's put that for you guys to see. Right here. This candle. This blue candle right here where this peaked up over here. Then you had this one and this one also above the red. Right? You had this one and this one also above the red right here. Took that sell and look at what happened. Look at what happened. A massive, massive drop. Right? Massive drop. What time is it? 47. Okay, guys, let's get into, you guys got this, right? Drop some 1-1s in the chat if you got this. This is going to go away right now. This is going to go away right now because I'm going to show you guys live examples and this is going to go away. So take a last screenshot of it. Do whatever you got to do. I'm not sure if you guys can see this chat box. I'll move it out the way. But make sure you go ahead and take a screenshot of all that because I'm deleting it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now let's get into the market. Let's get into the market. Let's refresh this. Let's refresh this. We're on 5 minutes, right? We're on 5 minutes. All right, we're on 5 minutes. We're on GBP CAD. We're on GBP CAD. What do we want to do on GBP CAD? Drop it in the chat. What do we want to do on GBP CAD? Just by looking at one thing. Just by looking at one thing. What do we want to do on GBP CAD? Not to say that it's ready to go. What do we want to do? Right? Wait. Yeah. Great. Look, everybody's like, now everybody thinks I'm testing them. Wait. Yeah, guys. Yes, you want to wait. And we're looking for sells. Yes, we're looking for sells. We want to wait and we're looking for sells. You want to wait till this comes higher, right? You don't want to take anything down here. You don't want there to be space. I want you guys to learn something. You don't want there to be space in between your candles and the red bands. Do you see that? You don't want that. You want these moves right here. You see where it hit the band. You see where it hit the band. You want where it hits the band. That's what you want. See where it hits the band, sell. Where it hits the band, sell. You want it to hit the band. Okay? So this setup, that's why you're waiting, and what you're waiting for are sells. Now, a way that I quickly go through the pairs is looking for the overbought, oversold zone, right? This area where I didn't really explain overbought, oversold, I just put sell zone, buy zone. I just want to see this black line, right? This black line. I just want to see this black line. This black line under the blue or above the red. Either or of these lines under the blue or above the red. And I'll quickly go through the pairs, right? Look, USD/JPY is under. Okay, so look, guys, look at this. It's under the blue. It's under the blue. But the red is over the candles. That's not the setup I want. If the red is over the candles, I want this black line to be over the red. So keep going. Don't just ignore it. Just keep going. Right? Look, this one is going over the red. It's going over the red. It's going over right here. It's going over. But what? Can someone drop it in the chat? But what? I'll make y'all snipers. Y'all gonna have to pay me. I'll drop my Cash App. The red line. The red line is below. So why would we, right? The red line is below. So why would we, doesn't make no sense. Doesn't make no sense to sell a uptrend. Like the only reason we're ever going to do a reversal if it's the only option, right? Because we're not, and we're going to low risk. We're going to do a low risk entry, 0.05%. We won't even go 1% because you might not have that reversal. You might have it continue to push bullish or bearish. So let's keep going. Ooh, look at this one. Euro JPY. Can someone tell me why this was a perfect trade? Why was this a perfect trade? Well, somebody's like, yo, it didn't go under. It was. It went under here. It peaked a little bit. Got to give it credit. You got to give it credit. Peaked a little bit. Went under here. And it did as well here. Right? We could have zoomed in. Once I see this, let's ignore this blue candle. Ignore that blue candle. Someone's like, I can't, it's there. Once I see this red candle hit and make this support, then what I do, guys, this is the sauce right here. Pay attention. This is the sauce. This is why you hear me say, Euro JPY, if you get a spike down to 652, let's say, if you get a spike down to 652, that's why you hear me say that, because you see this green level? I've already identified that this is under, the red line is under, so I'm looking to buy. It finally hit down here. It made a call, right? So let's say this is not going to be that long. We're already 3 minutes in. In the beginning, guys, it's still down here, let's say. The candle about this big in the beginning. It's just opening up, it's closing, you don't know what it's going to do. So what happens? That's when I'm telling you guys, take any spike down to 652. Take any spike. Oh, yo, shout out to Crystal, who always keeps me hydrated and fed. Y'all don't even know. It's that real. The support. Listen, this is when I tell you guys, look at the spike. And she got me a cookie. Look at the spike, because guys, the candle is being created. We already have a level that it's going to take off from. We're just waiting for a spike down to 652, let's say. You just hover over it. You just put it right here where that green line is. Strike a nice long line on it if you want. Put a nice blue color if you want. Right? Looks like purple for a minute. 652, we would have took that buy. Right? Because we would have zoomed in. Okay, guys, I want you to understand that, right? We had the 5 minutes. Soon as I see that going on, 5 minute, red line, the thick red line is under the candles. Is near the blue. The candles is near the blue bands, the teal bands. These is under the blue bands. Oh, I'm zooming in. I'm going to the 1 minute. Boom. And once I get that 1 minute support, it's going to happen, guys, that you're going to see those spikes. Sometimes it's just going to leave you. But wouldn't you rather get a spike entry to take off, right? Wouldn't you rather get, how many of you have gotten these spike entries and they completely take off, right? Completely take off. Drop some 7-7s in the chat. you've taken these spike entries that completely take off. 755. All right, guys, look, that is it. That is it. I know that is, you know, we're gonna have to do a two-part. We're gonna record this one and we're gonna have to do a two-part because I really want to get into entries. Thank you so much. I really want to get into a few different entries, right? A few different ones because I know it happens too fast while we're trading. It happens way too fast for you to even see what's going on. And I can't even talk too much because we got to go to the next trade, right? So let's put, make sure guys, you guys follow, check it out, the Go Live channel. Check out the Go Live channel, guys. Make sure you check out the Go Live channel, right? I am Alex Rizzo. Make sure you like, subscribe, check out this channel. This is our Go Live channel, right? Check out my favorite sessions. We have a few great sessions here, guys. We had the 9 wins, 3 losses, 1 break even at Tampa. We straight killed that session. I think it was Tampa. I think this was the airport, right? We went off at the airport. And then the 7-0 at West Palm, we went off. And now we have a cash trap training along with this one. So let's get it, family. That is the session. I'm going to put a 10-minute timer and we're going to get right into the sauce. We're going to get right into the money. All right, guys, we're 1 person away from maxing out the call. We are live. Make sure you let everyone know that we are live on my Instagram. Okay, let everyone know that we are live on my Instagram. Right. I am Alex Rizzo. Make sure everyone knows that we're live on the Instagram. Let me actually cancel this one and do a new one. And let's get it.